I called it. I called it. I called it. I fucking called it. Is this even a Bleach game anymore? I'm starting to think, like, with all these recent things getting added to this, I don't even know. When they told me they was adding this weapon to the game, I called BS. One thing I despise about this weapon, I wish they could have done something cool with, you know, with his weapon, was, you know, Sam's weapon, where it's like you can use it as a gun, if that makes sense, where he, you know, there's a quick draw effect. Now they added some Virgil move with it, and they added some other stuff with it, like the Quincy one looks like a Getsuga Tensho or something like that. Well, the SR one is the most unique one, really, because of its mainly the debuffs. You know, the neutral crit disable, the neutral crit, which is red, disables all the moves. I'm not gonna lie, hit that dude with the nasty horizon. The neutral crit disables all moves except for Shikai Resin Shred. 4 crit disables Flash Step, and that's the one I use the most because, you know, I'm slow. Because mind you, I have 60 Kendo. You have to have 60 Kendo to even use this weapon. If you don't have that, you're kind of cooked. And for, you know, and with the backward crit, it gives you a 10% buff against the person with the debuff. So if you hit someone with the crit, you get like 10% more damage. And to me, it reminds me of just Territorial. And now that I think about it, why is that in essence? It's cool and all. Is it worth it? Nah. In my opinion, no.
More! Hurt me more!
But in a Bankai, it procs all 3. Good luck. Like, Bankai's unbeatable with this. And I try to fight my Bankai with confusion. Yeah, you know how that goes.
All bark and no bite?
But I have fun using this weapon. I wish I had more time to play. It can turn people who are mediocre in Kendo, like me, to little gods. But that's how I think so far. Now, my problem with these type of weapons getting to the game, it's a mythical, and you can't nerf this. And the fact that, I mean, I do like the idea of that a universal weapon is different for every single person, or if different race, if that makes sense. Because, you know, maybe the SR one's not broken, but the Ronkar one's broken, so they'll just nerf their Ronkar one. But it's like stuff like these, people are literally going out of their way to, like, you know, spend, you know, drop bags, trade, spend countless hours trying to get this weapon, and then once you get said weapon, it's already nerfed. You know what I'm saying? You know how aggravating that is as a player? And the thing is, owners are aware of that too, or I would say developers, they are aware of that because, you know, I mean, I don't want to speak too much for the, you know, for the people, because I know I was gifted to it to make a video, but I also want to put a perspective of, you're gonna drop these type of weapons knowing that people are going to spend a lot of bread. Oh, bro, I forgot the in-game music actually plays this. Nah, this is tough. I ain't gonna lie. When my first initial reaction, I was live playing this. My first initial reaction, listening to this, I was shocked. Like, I didn't think they would do something like this. But I was low-key scared because, like, is this song gonna be copyrighted? But nah. Credit to the person who actually remixed it. So essentially, it's kind of their own cover of it, which is pretty cool. But the problem is the music will just cut off randomly, so you don't even get to enjoy fully. But there is a visual with it where it will show you. And then when you're in this mode, you guard break. Your M1's guard break. So the thing is, I'll use my confusion, force them to, you know, block. If you don't parry it, you're actually in a very bad situation. You know, I'm dead just guard breaking every single time. So all I gotta say is, when you hear that music, just try to run away. I don't know how long it lasts. I think it should last for at least like, I don't know. It's just, there's so much technicality with this Shikai. It's a lot of information overload against the user and the user themselves. But once, I think a week or two, maybe, I might even say 3. When 3 days go by, they're going to be some crazy combo with it. I'm guaranteed. And the fact that I'm able to make something work with it just currently, it's, all I gotta say is good luck. That's really I can say is good luck. I don't know how the Ronkar one combo one works. It might be nice. I couldn't get it because I didn't feel like bothering a developer to give it to me for Ronkar or the other ones. So I just, you know, be suffice with a Soul Reaper because it looks the coolest one. It literally has a red. The other one looks weak. The other one's like red. The other one's green. That looks weak. But nah, Confusion, I think Confusion goes well with the Shikai. I like it. I mean, Confusion goes well with everything. But that's pretty much it, how I think. Now, I wanted to speak about one thing. Is that I don't understand why we're going to in a really weird state of Type Soul where maybe I'm just chatting, but aren't we getting too much content that doesn't deserve to be in it though? And I'm talking about this in the sense of there's the abject that was like wasn't really balanced, to be honest with you. there's like, what's another weapon that got into the game that didn't really get nerfed? There's just so much stuff in this game that I just don't like, that just doesn't deserve to be in it because we just can't nerf it. Like this weapon here, when I first initially played it, and I still think it's broken. I don't think they even changed or is any shadow buffs or shadow debuffs. It's just too much, like, I don't know. It comes to a factor of where, oh, I don't want to play this game. I'll wait till the week is over so they can nerf it. Because we have to legit wait a week for it to be nerfed. That's not good in a sense. And I understand there's more, there's dead, people have lives. But if you want to sell this game as a PvP game, then expect some constant, I don't know, balancing. I mean, look at Tekken. I mean, Tekken would be a bad example because it's not really a parry-based game or whatever. But I could definitely survive. I could definitely agree it's a very strong game in the sense of fighting, and they usually balance 10 to a lot of broken things, I think. And to continue on that topic, I'm talking about in the sense of where if something's broken, I think it usually gets fixed 3-4 days or something like that. Speaking for Tekken 8, because I played Tekken 8 for I'd say for like a good month or so, and I kind of like left it alone. But there's so much stuff that it comes to a point where you have to avoid playing ranked because the whole build versus build, it's literally build versus build. It doesn't take skill to use anything. Kendo doesn't take skill, speed doesn't take skill, Hakuda doesn't take skill. I think the time to kill is too low with all these new weapons. Maybe instead of nerfing the damage, maybe, I mean, I like the new, I like the cool uniqueness of the build, but that guy died so fast. But to continue what I was trying to say to that, I feel like we should, I don't know, is it time to kill that's the problem? Is it the damage that's the problem? Is it like, what I'm saying? You could give someone like me this build and I will perform. But you can get someone who's a Kendo genius, in quotations, and they will do numbers, they will do like more than me, you know what I'm saying? And what I'm trying to sell you is that anybody can be quote unquote good with a certain build that is broken. Does that make sense? That's what I'm scared of. This music is hecka annoying when you have to listen to it every single time. I mean, I like it so far, but imagine hearing it every single time. But no, y'all get what I'm trying to say. It's in a sense of, I don't know, build versus build. That's why I kind of left Deep Woken, because Deep Woken was build versus build, and you can just get 0 to 100. I'm scared that type still might be that way. And then now that they introduce more, now that True Bankai, Sklav, and the other shits are getting introduced and stuff like that, I'm low-key scared of how that can be, in my honest opinion. But all I gotta say is only God would know. But as you can see here, there's most of these fights I've been trying to figure out. Is it like, does the song last, or is it like the song still play in the background where it doesn't play, but you can still vibrate? One thing I really wish, and I did touch this upon in the beginning, please add the sheath like a gun animation or something. You know how cool that is to just shoot it with a quick draw? It'd be the toughest thing ever. But I think it's a good weapon. No, I think it's a very good weapon. I think it deserves its nerfs. But the thing is, mind you, it is 60 Kendo. And 60 Kendo is very, you're slow. In a game that requires mobility most of the time, good luck. You have to be a parry demon with it. Or you gotta save your sprint. Sometimes I just walk around. I don't try to sprint too much because you only have 5. You can't even get Flash Step Mastery 1. That's how bad it is. And the fact that Yamamoto's 50 and Abject is 50 Keto, and now that they, announced that the Hakuda one's on its way, I'm happy for that. I'm honestly happy for that one. I'm kind of a hypocrite for that, I'm not gonna lie. Now, last thing I want to talk about, this is the only video I might talk about this, is the elemental weapons. Now that they introduced, the crit just proc immediately. Now, the elemental weapons, Setro just introduced the lightning weapon. Now, are they gonna do this for every single Shikai, now that I think about it? Or was that just something that he wanted to give himself and give it to the community? The concept of elemental weapons is not a bad idea where you have to, use that element. I guess it could do that for commons only. Does lightning deserve one? Hell no. Lightning, and the fact that lightning is being preached as the worst Shikai is just outrageous in and of itself. I think lightning's a very good Shikai. I don't know what they are. I think it's a very good Shikai. But are they going to do it for water? Or are they going to do it for, certain other stuff that are maybe underwhelming? I'm not saying water deserves one, but I want to hear you guys in the comments down below. Do you think, what other element do you think should deserve the same lightning treatment sense of that? Maybe a confusion Shikai, or maybe, I don't know, fire Shikai, or something of that matter. Or maybe they can make it where, you know, maybe it's not instead of being a dagger or some sort of hero blade, whatever they got going on. Maybe make it where it's like a dagger, or not dagger, make it like a hammer, sword. You know what I'm saying? Be very unique with the weapons and give it different crits. Because the whole lightning elemental weapon just reminds me of Philly Fast Fang. It operates just like Fast Fang. Some people say it's like thunderclap, whatever the thing's in it to do. Be honest with you, bro. It's literally a spot and crit. That's how I think. The functionality of it. I'm not saying it looks the same, it just does the same thing. So essentially you're able to do a crit into a blitz or whatever, for gore or whatever. But honestly, I think the weapon's very good. All I gotta say is they gotta nerf this, and fear God, not men.